traders, Mark here, PPT Trading Systems. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, gang. Actually, happy Cinco de Mayo. So, guys, today what I want to talk about is why it's important to set the right type of monetary goals in your trading. I know traders who actually try to set daily goals when it comes to money. Like they want to make, $100 a day. Well, what happens if you don't make that $100 in a day? Well, here's what happens, guys. The next day you feel pressure to make more. And when you feel that pressure, you may take trades that you otherwise wouldn't take. You may take more risk than you otherwise may not take because you're trying to make up for the prior day. In fact, guys, years ago, I was really struggling with trading. I mean, to the point where I couldn't even execute a trade. And I had to hire a trading psychologist to help me. And one thing he told me was you have to set the right goals. So you need to look at your trading and determine what it is that you're struggling with. And instead of setting monetary goals, you need to set process-oriented goals. Well, what's an example of a process-oriented goal? Well, maybe you look at your trading and you realize, man, I'm really struggling holding trades to target. I have a 15-tick target, and once it hits 10 ticks, I get really nervous, and I want to close it early. Do you realize the difference between a 10-tick and a 15-tick target? You see, in our minds, we think it's only 5 ticks. Well, that's true. It is only 5 ticks. But it's actually 33% less. So if you could make $100,000 in a year trading with a 15-tick target, if you reduce that to 10, you're only making $67,000. Now, does that sound like a big difference? Man, I hope you're all saying yes, because that's a huge difference. So that's an example of a process-oriented goal. Let's talk about other ones. Well, maybe you struggle executing every trade. So let's just say your system produces 20 qualified signals in a week. Maybe you're only catching half of them. And it could be because maybe you're checking email when one sets up. Maybe you're away from the computer in the bathroom. I don't know. Or maybe you're just hesitating because you're scared because you just had 2 losses or 3 losses in a row. Right? So another process-oriented goal would be I need to take 80% of my qualified signals. Well, maybe that means you need to quit checking email. Maybe when you're trading, you treat it, I only trade, I don't check email. Because there's a couple of examples. So my only point is, this week, I didn't make any money. But I didn't lose any money. I'm break even. I guess it's before commission, so I'm slightly in the hole after commission. And honestly, guys, it's my fault. So I want to recap the day for you, and then we'll talk about the week. Oil, guys, yesterday and overnight, oil actually dropped almost 10% between yesterday's open and the overnight session low last night. Massive drop. Now, a couple things happened today. Remember how I was talking about all week I had a bunch of trades that were filtered out and they were winners? Well, guess what happened today, guys? The opposite. I had a loss here for $50, filtered out because this is white. I had a loss here for $80, filtered out because this is white. A loss here for $150, filtered out because this is white. I just saved myself 3 losses this morning, and then look what happened. This turns green, and I get my setup, and it's a nice winner. And then oil was just nuts today. I had no other trades until, look at this one. Right here, another one. No filters on this one, another nice winner. However, so there's two trades on oil that were winners. And then I want to show you this, guys. This is what I call the pivot trader. there was a long entry above this red line. So this bar right here triggered a long entry. I had a student in my room today who took this trade. He said it was the biggest trade he's ever taken. Because look at the stop and the target. The stop on this trade is 28 ticks. The target, 57. He held it to target, guys, and look at this. Nailed it. There's the target. 56 ticks is what he made on that trade per contract. Now, he's only doing one contract, but if you're doing more contracts, it's 56 ticks a contract. Guys, this is why I teach. See, I didn't take this trade. Just full disclosure, I didn't take it. Why? Because I haven't fully tested it yet on oil. Only on the ES. But you see, he followed his ROE, his rules of engagement, and he took the trade and he knocked it out of the park. This is the power of diversifying between not just instruments, but between systems. Now, let me show you a couple other things. So, the Russell this week, well, there's no other way around it. It was crap. Yes, that's a technical term. I think it's a trading term, actually. So, here's my first trade this morning and my second trade. They're both losses. Guys, this actually gives me 6 losses in a row on Russell. Now, some people after 6 losses in a row might step back and think, man, maybe I need to change something. No. What you need to do is look at your back testing to see, is this common? The answer is yes. And here's the nice thing about trading with an ATR strategy. I really only need 2 or 3 trades to make all that back. 3 trades would actually get me profitable. And look what happened here. I had an aggressive money pattern here, and this one went on and hit a 42 tick target. I forgot to put my exit on here. But you want to know what happened here, guys? Full disclosure. I missed the trade. I was jacking around with my email and looking at some other charts, and I missed the trade. Here was the entry. And that's why I say, look, it was just my fault. It took a while to hit target, but it did. It hit target right there. 1390.8. We're going to put that in there. That would have been $210 a contract profit, right? So I would have lost 150 on 2 trades, made 210 on 1. Now look, it's my own fault. And I'm going to be honest, it was really frustrating. So even with missing this trade, I was break even for the week. Now, that's why I said it was my own fault, because if I caught this, I would have been positive on the week. I want to show you all one more thing before I sign off, something I'm really, really excited about. So I've just started calling some other signals in the room. And I don't have the system put together yet because I've got other things that I'm working on. But it may be one of the most exciting things I've ever worked on as a trader. I want to show you the trades that I called in the room today. So on the Russell this morning, before the market even opened, I called a short 1 tick below this bar. 92.7. My stop, 94.5. You can see it got 2 ticks from my stop, and look at this rollover, guys. That's a 100 tick move. That's one trade that I called in the room. Now, I'm not going to talk about what this trade is at this point because I don't have it ready to talk about. But I'll just say I'm really excited about it. I had called another trade, short the YM, right here at 65. Target 46. Nailed it. And one more trade, guys. Now, I don't know how this one's going to play out. You all can watch it. Long the NASDAQ. Right here, 21.75. My stop is 16.25. And my target, 37.25. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that one plays out today. It looked like they were going to come down and stop me out on this bar. Right now, I just got back to the green. So we'll see how it plays out. Anyway, I'm hoping to have this thing finished testing within 6 months. And this will be a really cool system, guys. I can truly just produce a signal on it. And then the system can automatically get you in and out. All right, gang, I hope you all had a great week. Enjoy your weekend and don't get too crazy.